shamanist and who is about to become one. My name is Kato Mukasa, and I'm going to take you through shamanism. Now, before I do any talk, I'm going to talk about the sporting. Now, number one, ladies and gentlemen, Joseph is going to be giving you sheets of where you're going to put your answers. Pass them. Don't write the question, because we want to save time. Don't write the questions. Simply write the answer. Simply write the correct answer, and please put your name on the top of your answer sheet. This is now serious business. It's giving you answer sheets. Put the name on top of that, and then you write the answer number one. Number one is the theory that life on Earth. Listen carefully. We are supporting the humanist. The theory that life on Earth evolved gradually over billions of years is. I have my answer there. I don't know what is right. So you give me what is right. Sorry? I'm repeating the questions. Don't write the questions. You just write the answer, and the answer can only be one from these ones. You choose only one. So you said 1A, 1B. Okay? Yes, remember your name because we're supporting the humanist. So number one. Spotting. Yeah, spotting. The theory that life on Earth evolved gradually over billions of years is A, just a theory. My religion tells me true story. That is A. We are talking about evolution. How did life begin? How did man come to be where he is now? So, and they're saying it happened. This is how it happened. So, you look at the objectives. Then you choose one and say, my number one is A. Just put 1A, 1B, if it's your answer. And I'm repeating the same thing. The theory that life on Earth evolved gradually over billions of years is A. Say, you must be honest. Number C, people respect you more if you are trustworthy. People respect you more if you are trustworthy. If your answer is that, put C. D, I am happier and I feel better about myself if I'm honest. I'm happier and I feel better about myself if I am honest. Okay? So you choose very fast. We have too many things to do today on this topic. Number 5. You choose and say, my answer is A, my answer is B. We can even remove it a bit. Joseph, please. Number 6. No, number 5. Not so. Even 5. Other people matter. And I should be treated with respect because other people matter, and they should be treated with respect because why? Hey, God created us all in His image. If it's your answer, if it's struggling for treating people well, you put A. B, they are useful to me. Okay? People matter. And I must treat them with respect because if your answer is they are useful to me, you take B. C, they are people with feelings like me. They are people with feelings like me. Therefore, I should treat them with respect. If your answer is that one. D, we will all be happier if we treat each other well. This one will be a better place. If we all treat each other well. If your answer is D, put D. We are moving, and I said A for one is going to give me an answer. Number 6. Animals should be treated episode. Animals should be treated. You all see animals, you all kill them somehow and eat them. With respect, because they are part of God's creation. That the reason we must treat animals with respect is because they are part of God's creation. If your answer is A, put A. B, however, B, animals we are on animals now, should be treated A, with respect because they are part of God's creation. B, however, we see fish. They don't have souls and we are created for us to use it. Anyway, make it much more simpler. This one is saying we should do it the way we see it fit. Why? They don't have souls. Because your Bible tells you people have souls. So this one is saying they don't have souls. And we are created for us to use. There are hours we can do anything with them. Number C. Kindly, because treated, remember the point here. Treated with the point. Kindly, because they are sweet and nicer than people. Look at this one, this reason here. That we should treat animals kindly because they are nicer and sweet to have at home than people. If you say answer, I won't influence you. Tell me that your answer is C. D. With respect because they can suffer too. That we should treat animals kindly. Think about it as we get the next 4 questions too, and then we are done. Then we will begin our answer. Think through about things we are going to do. Say, and any other thing in life. So, your answers are very important to help us spot the humanist in you, and be very surprised that most of you at the end of the day, I guess, will be having those tenets of humanist. We are moving on to the last 2 questions. So the most important thing in life is, number 1, to have a good relationship with God. That's the first answer. That the most important thing in life is, 1, to have a good relationship with God. Okay? If your answer is that one, please honestly mark it. B, to make lots of money. Or you think, what is so important in life is making lots of money. If that's your answer, and remember every answer can be right, it's worth thinking. Okay? Don't even copy another and say, let me see what Harry has written. No. Then you're not a humanist, you can't think for yourself. Preserve the planet for future generations. But what is so important in life is to preserve this planet Earth for future generations. Lastly, on that, to increase the general happiness and welfare of humanity. Okay? To increase the general happiness and welfare of humanity. If your answer is D, please tick D. We are moving on to 8. Very interesting question. You normally ask me, and many people ask me, God, when did this, God, when did that? Then you have trouble. You can't fit so much into humanity. Number 2, if all most of the answers are B's, this is very important. If all most of the answers are B's, you have some religious beliefs in you. I don't see this. I need to Mr. Bona because you may think that I simply speak because I want to make you interested. If most of the answers are B's, you've got some religious beliefs in you. You are like to be more ethical. And you are unlikely to be a humanist. If all most of your answers are these, you are unlikely to be a humanist. Then the question will be, who is a humanist? Then I'll be answering. You are unlikely to be what? Humanist. Let him look at it. But I was not seeing many bees, which means you are going to the critical thinking path you want you to take. We continue. C. We are looking at C now. If almost all the answers are C's, you are fairly neutral when you say, I don't know, maybe, okay? You are fairly neutral. And what does it mean? What does it mean? You are independent. But your emotion, you are likely to be agonistic. You are likely to be agonistic and humanistic or humanist. Agonists normally doubt everything. They normally put questions. That's why they say, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Those are humanists. Those are agonists. Now listen. If your answers, most of them are these. You are a humanist fully. And if your answers are there, you can translate that translation. If your answers are all these, or most of them are these, you are fully a humanist. But again, there we go. We shall have a good world. We are tired of corruption. You talk, no action. God is telling you, if you want to be that good change, be part of the change. Create it. Number 2. We make a living, but by what we get. We make a life, but by what we give. That is Winston Churchill, very famous person. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. I emphasize, me as Katomukas, I always emphasize giving than receiving. Some of you, I think, have realized this from the figures we have worked together. I emphasize more of giving than what? Receiving. Like I never told you, in his song, the hand that giveth than the hand that receiveth. If you listen to the reggae music. Out together. That hand that gives is the hand that is blessed. And receives. Than the hand that receives. Very, very important. Learn to give your whole, to sacrifice yourself for the betterment of others. Last, the best way to predict the future is by creating it. The best way to predict the future is by what? Creating it. It's a repetition. Another management right to Peter Drucker. You want to create a good future. You want to predict the future for Uganda? You want to have a better Uganda? With all these religions destroying us? Create that better future. Tell people the facts. Be part of the change agents. Last Sunday photos, go to the other file, photos, close that one. We shall put that on later on. That one. That photo number 1. Look at photo number 1. Wow. Photo number 1. Wow. Shisha. That is smoking shisha. Look at this. You see this? You see this pipe? That was Dele yesterday. The photo. They are telling you explanation on addiction. All together. And how religion can also be an addiction. Look at that beautiful girl, very young, about 12 years or less. Look at the smoke coming out of her mouth as if it is a chimney. As if it's something coming. A young girl of that age. And it's like a picnic outside. They are having fun. And the newspaper was saying that smoking shisha is 10 times dangerous than smoking the regular cigarettes. 10 times. But a young girl, very beautiful like that. And her friend is very okay with it. Is also there. Passing smoking the whole place. Smoking shisha. A new way. No man done by the rich and those who have the money. They go to parties and smoke pots of shisha. They pollute the whole environment. And everyone is quiet because they are rich. Everyone is quiet. And they are telling us on the newspaper yesterday, Monitor, that it's much dangerous, 10 times than cigarettes. Next one. There. Okay. Let's go to that one. Do you know that guy? Look at that photo. Do you know that man? Yes. Who can know the man? Put up your hand and say, I know this guy. Yes, sir.
He comes from Poto.
Yes.
They call him Omekiriza. And they don't question whatever happens to say.
Yes.
They just believe and they follow. It's more or less a cult.
Yes.
Not religion.
Very, very good. Thank you very much. I wrote about that man in 1999. I have it documented about that man and his lies. In 2005, I was a principal of an institute in Chenjojo, where it's very strong. I was a principal of a trading institute. And my students were missing 2 days in each month. The 12th and the 8th. And I asked them, why do you normally miss my lessons? I'm a principal of an institute, very big institute. This is to be recorded. They told me, we have gone to a man called Owobu Sobozi Ruhanga Bisaka. How together? And I used to see them sometimes not putting on shoes, but they are putting on tunics. They are very smart. How together? I told them, if you dare miss my lessons on the 12th, I will cancel you out of the institute. They told me, we shall tell Owobi Opsos will pray for you and you will die. Opsos will simply direct and you will die. I told them, tell him to kill me. That's when I knew the Opsos. And when I dig deeper in the 2 years I was there, I discovered that Opsos is treated as a what? A god. They don't know any other god. Am I wrong? If you're bad. A man who claims to be a what? God. A god. He wrote a book. Ekitambiro Chensi. He wrote a book. His own Bible. I told them that Opsos will die. And you will end. They told me Opsos will kill you. But you can imagine the madness of people believing in a man. He was many wives also. I don't blame him. Yeah? And many children to be a what? A god. They got with ministers. The fellow was cut. Here, there was a minister who was just cut. Yesterday, that's a few days ago, the ministers got to worship him. Why? Because they want votes. Ministers who serve the president of the country goes to worship him because he wants the what? A president of the country, he even gives him cards. He's so rich. So rich with palaces of houses. So rich. A god who is walking, goes to toilet, sleeps with women. A god. That's also number 2. Or number 3. Look, it's the government car in the night, and who's there? A government car with a driver inside with a boss inside. In the night, no, they thought of us. That was yesterday's newspaper. In the night, and who is this one? The red and blue. Who can guess? Prostitute. Out together. But the vehicle is for government. And it's moving in the night. And it's illegal to use a government car in the night. Okay? But the same government comes out and says, stupid prostitutes. We hate prostitution. But the same government's agent is not to go and buy what? Prostitutes. I'm getting people thinking now here. So who is blaming who? Give me the figures up. The woman says, was interviewed and was saying, we sustain your marriages, was the heading of the article. That prostitutes sustain your marriages. That when your wife is bitter with you, you come to us, we help you a bit, you have a fun, and go back. Think about it. Figures. The number of sex workers who operate in Kampala during weekends is 5,000. There are 70. Who operate in what? Weekends in Kampala. The number of sex workers who operate in Kampala during weekdays is 3,580. The number of male sex workers. This is what my interest is. Male sexy workers. Because you don't want to think. They don't remember. Prostitutes, women are bad. The number is 900. They are calling it now male sex workers. You can call them male prostitutes. 900 men are selling themselves in Kampala. But people don't want to accept that prostitution is there. People actually do it, but they are simply saying women are bad. Altogether, they blame the women for everything bad. Sure, in conclusion, teaches you to think for yourself. Ask questions. Live the good life. Help others advance in life. Be the person you want to be, because we believe that there is only one life. Therefore, in that one life, use it very well. Thank you very much.